NFL Replay, an all-access pass to the sights and sounds you didn't catch on game day. Featuring exclusive footage from the cameras at NFL Films.
Good day to play football. Great day.
And Cowboys Broadcasting Network. An old rivalry renewed itself when the Cowboys traveled to the Bay Area to take on the 49ers. San Francisco dominated in the early going, taking advantage of a Dallas team still reeling from an embarrassing Week 1 defeat.
Throws a fade to the back corner for Williams, and he has got it! Touchdown, 49ers!
Things went from bad to worse for America's team when number 9 was knocked out of the game.
The Dallas Cowboys had John Kitna at quarterback.
But Romo dug deep, leading the boys back from the brink with an improbable fourth-quarter rally to force OT.
At the 5, away from the defender, diving to the end zone, touchdown, Miles Austin.
Don't miss all of the excitement coming up now on NFL Replay.
I don't care how physical they're supposed to be. We're the baddest dogs in the yard. Yes. All we got to do is win. Yes, win and win. Let's go. We got to do this. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, win this on 3. 1, 2, 3, win.
Tony Romo gunning for his 40th regular season win against just 23 defeats. A little too high for the intended receiver, Miles Austin. He was open. Felix Jones tried to cut it back to the inside and lost his footing. On third down. Then Jason Witten a first down up to the 47-yard line. He had 6 catches for 110 yards last week.
If it's a crunch time, you better know Jason Witten's going to be involved. This is Tony Romo's go-to guy. They have that nuance about them, that sixth sense. You wink, I nod. I know where you're going. I know where I need to put the ball. Watch for the whole game. In a truly critical situation, Tony Romo's going to find Jason Witten.
Those are the numbers we talked about last week against the Jets. 68% of his receptions, over 600 receptions, have come on third down. So after the 25-yard gain, they set up the screen to Felix Jones. And he's to the 49-yard line. Second and 5, Jones again, and nowhere to go. It's something that Dallas talked about wanting to do more of. Run the football, run it effectively. Of course, Jones becomes the Cowboys' primary running back after the release of Marion Barber. Opening drive of the game, and the Cowboys with a third down in the yard. They really struggled in the fourth quarter in short yardage situations last week against the Jets. To be just enough for Tashard Choice to get a first down.
Yeah, and the good thing for the Cowboys, obviously it'd be a huge loss if you saw Felix go down, and it's hard to see here whether he got hit, whether he came down on the ball. The good thing for the Dallas Cowboys, their group of running backs all have the same style of play, whether it's the rookie DeMarco Murray, obviously when they go to Tashard Choice, they're all big physical backs. They don't have to change the style of their play.
Well, they go to 3 tight ends on first down, and they swing it to Choice out of the backfield, and read beautifully on the far side by Terrell Brown. Second and 15. And again, Choice after they fake the handoff, and a big gainer for another first down to the 30-yard line. So after the injury to Felix Jones, Tashard Choice coming out of the backfield, a gain of 18.
Nice action here. You fake the handoff, and typically you come out of this in a boot or a waggle. You go someplace else. But this is very vogue in the NFL. You come back and throw to the guy you fake to. Too often, no one has him in coverage, and that's exactly what we saw there.
Double reverse to Ogletree, and that didn't fool anybody. Pressure. A strike again to Witten. And it's down to the 12-yard line, and people can say whatever they want to say late in the game. Can he win the bid win about? Well, no. Coach Billick, I know you like a lot of things, and this being one of them.
I want you to watch him in the pocket. Right here, it's a four-man rush with nobody in the backfield, but I want you to watch the way he climbs the pocket. Tony Romo may be as good as anybody in the league of stepping into the pocket, not having his feet underneath him, but he gets the ball out of his hands so quickly. He's so effective when he moves in the pocket like that.
The rookie out of Oklahoma, DeMarco Murray. And maybe a yard. Second down at the 49ers 11. John Phillips, their third tight end, makes a catch of the 4. It'll bring up third down. They can get a first down just outside the 2. Third down, a yard on the 13th play of the drive. Tony Romo looking for a flag.
Yeah, I think he had a bit of a right there. Looked to be late contact here. You're going to see this on the outside. He's going to go vertical. You're past that 5-yard rule. Those hands, I guess he felt like he didn't get the impetus in the push. That doesn't mean you're still not looking for the call. He's begging for anything he can get.
This will be a 21-yard field goal try for the rookie out of Oklahoma State, Dan Bailey. He won the job during training camp and during the preseason. He hit on a 34-yard field goal in his NFL debut. And it's no good. Wow.
I just missed it. You know, I didn't do my job. My job is to go out there and make field goals, and I just kind of left it out there, pushed it to the right a little bit. So, like I said, I'd like to have it back, but, you know, it is what it is, so just got to move on.
Well, now the first pick overall going back to 2005, Alex Smith will come out throwing. Swings it out of the backfield. And maybe back to the line of scrimmage on the catch is Frank Gore. Contact between Jenkins and Braylon Edwards. No flag. Blitz coming, and wide open is Edwards. They converted 1 third down last week. They convert on their first third down today.
Ware is they're going to move Ware all over the place here. If you're going to double me, and believe me, you better double DeMarcus Ware every snap that he wants to come at the quarterback. You're going to have to find me first. We've already seen him line up like a middle linebacker. You're going to see him outside. You're going to see him with his hand in the dirt.
Well, they're coming out throwing it around. Set up the screen to Delaney Walker, the backup tight end of Vernon Davis. And that's a gain of 9. We'll call it second to yard. Well, we talked about the injuries in that secondary. Newman's been hurt since the start of camp. Scandrick injured last week. He's been their nickelback. Jenkins on the field, off the field the entire game. Ball, a one-time corner, who went to safety, now back at corner. And then Frank Walker just brought in this week.
Yeah, and my question was, how aggressive was Rob Ryan going to be with that many people gone in the secondary? He's already come after it a couple times.
Nice play by Sean Lee to chop down Gore in the backfield. Third down upcoming. Smith laid it off for Walker, and he couldn't Another quick flip. So the 49ers will punt it.
Both teams are off to a slow start, but ahead on NFL replay.
Gore stumbled, keeps driving, Lockton scores.
The Niners gored Dallas for the first score of the game.
Alex Smith hit on 3 out of 5 for 30 yards on the Niners' first possession. Easy throw again, still on his feet, and that'll be a gain of 8. Gore. Just short. Third in the yard. First down. That's just power football, and the difference really perhaps in philosophy. Dallas down on the 4-yard line, third in the yard. They throw a fade into the end zone, incomplete before the missed field goal. Niners third in the yard, they're handing it off. The shovel pass to Gore, and he's up to midfield. They're about 4 yards shy of a first down.
Boy, this is the veteran Frank Gore. He knows part of my job, I got to scan and take care of my quarterback. If I take care of him, he'll take care of me. That's exactly what, I don't know that it was designed this way. Alex Smith, you know, he's a pretty smart guy. He knows, let's see, me run it or Frank Gore run it? How about I give it to you?
Under a minute to play in the opening quarter. They give it to Gore. And he's still on his feet, met by Keith Brooking. We'll see depending on the spot. Nope. So now we're coming up on another third in the yard. And we made reference to it earlier. You know, Jim Harbaugh is a no-nonsense, tough guy football coach.
He's a Michigan guy.
Is he sending a message to his team on third and short? We're going to go right after these guys instead of fooling around with throwing the ball 15 yards down the field.
Absolutely, absolutely. But at some point, there's an advantage to be gained, and they know that's the mentality of Jim Harbaugh. You put up enough people in this box, there's some big gains to be made on 3rd and 1 as well. I would be shocked if they threw the ball here.
Anthony Dixon has replaced Frank Gore in the backfield.
Bigger back in the backfield.
First down. That's just old-fashioned line 'em up, helmet on a helmet. 7th play of this drive. They fake it one way, and Smith is dropped all the way back to the 45-yard line.
And right on cue, that offensive line just gets overwhelmed. Now, this was a quick screen, and the idea is to be a little passive, but I don't know that you can be this passive. They just stormed the gates, got caught off track here, and that's tough on a he's right now going, that can't be the way that was designed. You turn your back to it, you're expecting at least to be able to backpedal and drift the ball out. Spencer doing a great job of surprising Alex Smith up the middle.
Look like they got a pretty good spot there, perhaps based on where they initially had him in the grasp. So Gore on a 2nd down, and 19 gets about half of it back. 3rd down. Play clock down to 3, and they call it. Well, it looked like he motioned timeout. He did not, and they just did get it off. And there's Ted Ginn Jr. for a San Francisco first down. Jason Hatcher delivered a big hit on Smith, but he delivered the ball.
Well, you're going to see pressure coming in here late, and pressure late means it's one-on-one. They've gone to Ginn twice now. Yeah, you can go to the outside when it's one-on-one, but Ted Ginn on the inside against Alan Ball, we can tell early, is a matchup they like. You like this guy on kickoff returns and punt returns? Put the ball in his hands in behind 8 guys and see what he does now. It could get exciting.
Little delay to Gore, looking for running room, and none there.
They got the big group in. This looks like clearly a run formation.
Gore nearly fell down and finds the end zone.
Now, just simple as a screwdriver, man. Downhill, I'll even spot you a slip. Frank Gore, the thing you love about Frank Gore, you are always going to get positive yards. It may not be a big play. Of course, scoring play is pretty big. But as a play caller, you love him because you know he's never going to put you in a long down and distance because he's always going to somehow get yardage.
Up next on NFL Replay, the woes continue for America's team.
Fade to the back corner for Williams, and he has got it! Touchdown!
As the 49ers snatch a firm grasp on the game.
Wilmer to throw it on first down. Incomplete. He had an eye on Miles Austin. Looked like he heard footsteps a little bit right there. Second down and 10, and no running room for Felix Jones. You know, so much has been made, Brian, the last number of years for Dallas. Becoming a pass-first and a heavily pass-first team rather than establishing the running game. Now, you're going up against the Jets last week, one of the best defenses in the NFL. They did not run it well, but especially late in the game when they were trying to chew up the clock.
Yeah, and as we talked about earlier, this is a smallish 49er team. I'm a little surprised Dallas hasn't pressed the run a little bit more because they have the bigger offensive line to the smallest 49er front seven.
Romo just does get it away and complete. So Romo started the game 5 out of 6. He's 0 for his last 5, and he's getting up slowly after a big hit by Carlos Rogers.
So you're going to see pressure coming off the edge here. He doesn't realize he's a man short. That's a clean hit, clearly. It's those blind side hits that always shock a quarterback. I don't know if he's hurt as much as he is shocked.
Ted Ginn Jr. a chance to return. There's a lot of daylight in front of him. Ginn still on his feet. You can see him protecting that football.
It's poetic, man. It's like a play, okay? Look how beautiful. Here you come sneaking back behind. There you are stacking, playing. All right? Keep showing them right there. My man wasn't sure where to go. We got an edge. That's done, okay?
Niners will start it on the ground, and Sean Lee is right there along with Anthony Spencer. A loss of a yard. Second down, 4. Slips the tackle, and Lee runs him out of bounds. Broke the tackle of Jenkins. Good protection. And another third down conversion. This time with Joshua Morgan.
You know, it's just a nice route. You're going to see Morgan in here just turning outside. This is a heck of a throw. That is a long throw for a quarterback, trust me, particularly having to step up in the pocket. Nice third down conversion. You know, you take Braylon Edwards out of the game plan. You take Michael Crabtree out of the game plan. 49ers are getting tested here, and you got to love what Alex Smith is doing so far, and he doesn't have all hands on deck.
Brooking able to wrap up Gore after a 4-yard gain. Pitch it to Gore. A gain of 1. Third down and 4. They're going to roll Smith out. That's a nice play call and another first down, this time to Morgan. Putting him in situations to make a play.
Well, this is the old 49er sprint right, H or Z option. And it's simple as that. You put a guy in behind it. We talk about Alex Smith getting outside the perimeter of the defense again. Joshua Morgan's an interesting guy. He's someone we saw a couple years ago, Tom, that you thought he had something about him. Then he had to deal with some injuries. He got sick and lost weight. Now he has to be the guy with Crabtree and Braylon Edwards not 100%.
Gore plows forward down to the 12-yard line. The 49ers have converted their last 5 third downs.
Right there. Let's see what he does.
Blitz coming to the corner. And a touchdown to Kyle Williams.
He's got the catch. He's got the left foot. He's got the right foot. Touchdown 49ers. Now don't let go of it, son. Don't let go of it. You got yourself a touchdown. Nice job.
Only his second career catch. His first career touchdown.
We take pride in that as a receiving corps. If somebody goes down, you know, we know that somebody else can get in there and no drop off.
The home team is up big. When we return,
Screen over the middle of Austin from the 40, run to the 30.
the down and out Cowboys finally saddle up and get on the board.
Handed off on first down. Never saw it coming. Hit Carlos Rogers right in the face. It's one thing to use your head.
Yeah, that's it. He's smiling about it. He knows he's going to get some grief about that in the film tomorrow. Keep your eyes up. But that's why he's a DB. If he's a receiver, he'd be on the other side of the field.
It's a big, big momentum play for the Cowboys.
Yeah, this is where Tony Romo's got to step up and make a play. The Cowboys need an emotional boost with the third down conversion here.
Nowhere near the intended receiver. Romo is 0 for his last 7.
Yeah, they're just not in sync. He expected Miles Austin to go vertical. Remember, that was the issue at the end of the game last week where he saw it a little bit differently than Dez Bryant. He thought Miles Austin was going to go vertical. You can see he's going, no, look, go deeper. When the corner has that kind of alignment, they're just not on the same page.
Gain of a yard. Blitz coming. And Smith is dropped by Jason Hatchett. Hatcher starting to get more and more playing time the last couple of weeks than he did last season, and for that matter, his first 4 years, and he's playing well.
Well, Rob Ryan, they're just going to come off the outside here. Look, you got a lot of folks in here coming off this edge. They're not backing off at all, folks. Look at how many people they're bringing on the rush. It's just more people than you can block. Rob Ryan, even though his defense is getting gashed a little bit here, he's not backing off at all. He's going to live by the sword or die by the sword.
They just hand it off. On 3rd and 19. Ratliff there to wrap up Gore, and the 49ers will let some clock burn.
I need you to look at these calmly to yourself. Now, historically, to start a 2-minute, and they'll do it in this game, is they want to get a catch and run play this to 19, right? They did it last Monday night. or they'll get a screen or something to somebody to get them going, okay?
Crossing pattern to Austin, and that's the first down to the 41. Gain of 12. And out of the backfield, it's incomplete to Jones. They had Sopoaga in coverage there on Jones. Gain of a yard. And a catch by Austin. So a failed 3rd and 9 becomes now a 3rd and 4. Just under 2 minutes. Defender fell down, and Austin across the 20 to the end zone. How about that for taking advantage of the penalty? .53-yard scoring strike.
Right here in the slot, clears it out, then in behind it you can see Miles Austin. That clearing out in the slot is what opened up the angle to Miles Austin. It was unfortunate, but Trumaine Brock fell coming out of the break. Great emotional surge for the Cowboys.
After 2 quarters, the Niners hold the lead. Coming up on NFL Replay,
The Dallas Cowboys have John Kitna at quarterback.
the problems mount for Dallas as Tony Romo heads to the locker room.
Smith coming out throwing on first down. Batted at the line of scrimmage. Let's check in down along the sideline with Laura Oakman.
Well, you guys are talking so much about Tony Romo's efficiency. This is going to help answer that. He's battling a rib injury right now. He suffered that after that blindside hit early in the game. Jason Garrett said he's coming back. He got treatment in the locker room at halftime, but they want to protect him. They want to get the offense moving, try to make some plays on the outside, and also, as Brian said, get the running game going, protect that quarterback and get the offense moving.
All right, Laura, thank you very much. And remember, the Niners won the toss and deferred to getting the football in the second half. And on second down, they give it to Gore. Very short gain. So 3rd and long coming up for the 49ers. Play clock down to 3. Just to get it off. And Smith wrapped up and dropped it again. It's Jason Hatcher. Second time he's taken down Alex Smith.
Yeah, Tony fractured a rib, and you know, when you have a fractured rib, it's hard to play quarterback in the NFL. It happened on the second play of the game, and finally we just made the decision that John was going to play. They x-rayed Tony's rib, and they found out that it was truly fractured.
John Kitna has taken over at quarterback. Kitna saw a lot of playing time last year for Jerry Jones' Cowboys after the injury that knocked out Romo for the year. He got 9 starts. They won 5 of those games. Now, Tony Romo, we showed you on the 4th down punt. That's when he came trotting out of the Cowboys locker room. And this is the hit he took. And you heard from Laura Oakman a moment ago when Carlos Rogers got him from the blind side back in the second quarter. And that entire medical staff in a huddle with Romo.
Yeah, when they have the ball cap on like that and your offense is on the field, that's not a good indicator.
That's why you have veteran guys like Kitna in a backup role. They can win you games. Drops it off to Whitman. That's a first down up to the 38-yard line. Now, Kitna had a nice year last year. We told you that, you know, he played in 10 games. He got 9 starts after Romo broke his collarbone. He hit on 66% of his passes for nearly 2,400 yards. And now Romo will leave the bench and go back into the Dallas locker room.
Yeah, the whole idea of the 46-man roster was to carry 3 quarterbacks on the game day roster. That's not here. That's not happening for Dallas. Kitna's all they got now. They got to make sure they keep him safe.
DeMarco Murray ran by the would-be tackler Ray McDonald and picks up 2. Kitna. Well, right on target. That'll be a gain of 7. Felix Jones picks up the first down, or I beg your pardon, DeMarco Murray inside the 30 down to the 28. Wow. Intercepted in the end zone, right into the hands of Dante Whitner, and he'll finally take a knee. A mistake by Kitna.
Right here, we're going to take it. I want you to stop right here. The middle of the field is open. That's a term that says if the middle of the field is open and too deep, you take it. If it's single high safety and there's a free safety there, then you break it down. Well, Jason Witten, for some reason, thought he needed to break it down. Kitna thought it was open and that he was going to go down the middle of the field. They just saw it 2 different ways.
First down to the 20. And Gore, a short gain, runs into Coleman. Smith had a wide open receiver, Delaney Walker, and just overthrew it. Right into the hands of Alan Ball. So this time the Cowboys force the issue.
Well, this just looks like an ill-advised throw.
You know, the turnover in the second half, that whole series was bad. You know, missed Delaney down the left side. Hit that throw, you're not even in 3rd and long, and then all of a sudden 3rd and long, and the guy jumps Vernon and you know, force the ball, and it's a bad decision. All of a sudden, they score 7 points off that.
DeMarco Murray again in at running back. We saw Felix Jones injured back in the first quarter, and they hand it to Murray. And the former Oklahoma Sooner looking for some daylight. Positive yardage. Gain of 3. First down on the completed pass to Austin to the 7.
Now that's going to the other extreme. Only a 3-man rush. And the lack of efficiency we saw in Romo in the first half. John Kitna, the veteran right here, he knows it's only a 3-man rush. He knows he's going to have the time. I'm going to have a bunch of options. If my guys will just sit down in the seams of the zone, I'm going to get a key 3rd down conversion.
Austin, 4 catches, 74 yards, 53 of those on the touchdown.
They need to pound this one in. They need to show that they can pound this ball into the end zone.
Choice. Stopped at the line of scrimmage by Bowman. We're going to throw it. Touchdown, Dallas. Austin is 2nd of the game.
Great throw.
The interception by Ball leading to the touchdown, and Smith and the 49ers a point away from being knotted up.
Watch the angle on this. This is the veteran leadership of John Kitna. You can't throw this thing any better. If it's a half a foot higher, it's out of the back of the end zone. If it's half a foot lower, it's intercepted.
You know you my boy. Hey, you know that scream, right? That's my dog. That's my dog.
A short field has Dallas back into it. When we return,
Goes an arc down the near side. Walker's on the run.
another Kitna pick sets the table for San Fran.
Felix Jones wrapped up by Navarro Bowman. So 3rd down and plenty for Dallas inside its own 10.
Well, this is like we talked about before, Tom, in the same situation. It was San Francisco backed up. This is where you got to count on the veteran quarterback Kitna. You want to convert. You desperately want to get a 1st down and keep the drive alive, but you cannot turn the ball over here. You're going to rely on his veteran experience. And if I'm looking for someone, where's Jason Witten?
He found it.
He's over here on the right side. Again, this is just straight down the field. This is that kind of cover 2 we talked about, or excuse me, he went down the top of the numbers. This is a harder throw. This shows you the experience of Kitna to come up with that kind of throw with that kind of timing. And he probably didn't attempt this pass once all week long in practice. Big 3rd down conversion for Dallas. Killing the play. Looks like killing to a run.
Choice lunges ahead up to the 35. A 3rd down and 4 coming up. Third and 5. And it's intercepted on the tip ball by Brock. Still on his feet. He had his first career interception last week. His 2nd here in as many weeks.
I want you to see what the 49er defense did. They okey-doked a little bit. They dropped out and brought the pressure on this side. Now all of a sudden here's pressure. It's not pressure. It's only a 4-man front. He looks up and there's a whole bunch of 49er red jerseys to that side. Nice job by the defense. Of course, the tip up helps. But again, there's an example of you don't have to bring 5 and 6 and 7 people all the time. Just bring the right 4 from the right spot.
Kitna's been intercepted twice since taking over for Romo at halftime. He's also thrown a touchdown. But now in a 14-14 game, 42 seconds remain in the 3rd. Smith and the Niners from the Dallas 29. They're throwing wide open. Delaney Walker to the end zone. Brian Billick, you said on the Niners' last offensive possession they needed to start thinking about the home run ball or a bigger play.
That's it. And Jerry Jones knows it. That hurts. That was a matchup you don't want. Anthony Spencer on Delaney Walker, one of the niftier tight ends in the league. They aligned it right here where he's off the edge here. He's going to end up one-on-one. This is a tight end. They're in a run formation right here. And all of a sudden you got a blitz peel and run with a very fast, gifted tight end. That's not exactly how it's drawn up for Anthony Spencer. You don't want to make a living doing that because the outcome's going to be the same.
When we return to NFL replay,
and Romo looks like he wants to run on the field. There's a coach holding back.
It will take more than a punctured lung and broken rib to keep Tony Romo on the bench.
Stay ready, Sean. I'm not kidding.
Tony Romo is looking for his helmet on the Dallas sideline. How about this? He's coming into the game, it looks like.
I just knew at some point I was going to get a tap on my shoulder standing on the sidelines, and here comes number 9.
I just told him I was good to go. Yeah. I think he asked some of the guys, and I didn't give him too much of a chance. I ran out on the field.
Outstanding defensive play by Whitner. And again, Romo throwing his hands up in the air in disbelief.
I want you to watch right here, just what I'm talking about. An inside rush. I want you to watch the end of the play. That's Aldon Smith, their rookie out of Missouri. This is an outstanding pass rush specialist. Nothing illegal about that. Something as subtle as that. The ability to get in there and get the quarterback to the ground. A guy dealing with a rib injury will pay dividends as the game goes on.
Should be the final play of this third quarter. Stepping right into the hole is Willis. Romo's showing a lot of guts here, playing with a broken rib and coming back in from the locker room. 3rd and 18. Choice out of the backfield, well short of the first down. Dallas will punt. He certainly is trying to get back out there to get his team its first win of the year, returning from a broken rib, or a fractured rib at the very minimum. Spencer wrapping up Frank Gore right at midfield. Loss of a yard. Lunging forward, took a shot from Sensabaugh and looks to be a yard short. If that is the case, Brian, do you think about going for it?
Interesting call. You got to think about it. You're outside. You're outside. They just blanket the coverage. Nothing there. You got to think about it because you're outside field goal range. I don't know that a punt does you any good. We might try to draw them off sides. You see that typically here. Get up, shift, move, get a false count going. See if you can get him to jump off sides, but you're outside of field goal range here, I believe. No, I guess not. They're going to take a shot.
Baker's career long is 57 yards. This would be from 55 out.
Wow.
Nailed it. You better believe it.
Got a penalty. Wow, this is going to be huge. You take the points off the board. Todd, you just talked about point differential. This is the classic. You never take points off the board. If this is against Dallas, you keep the drive alive.
Number 51 defense.
Wow.
Using your teammates to gain height with intent to block the field goal attempt. 15-yard penalty. First down.
You've got your 2-score differential.
Thinking behind it at the time was to have the 2-score advantage at that point. Felt that we would be able to get off the field, and that would lead to a victory.
Well, Brian, you asked the question, would you take points off the board? And apparently there, Jim Harbaugh is going to say, I want the 3.
2-score differential. You said it earlier. That's important.
Akers' left foot makes it a 2-score game. When we return,
at the 5, away from the defender, diving to the end zone, touchdown, Miles Austin.
One of the most spectacular touchdowns of the year.
Did we get out here? Try to go outside of him if we run this again. If he'll let you, try to get outside. Okay? Because it's really too tight.
And Ray McDonald drops Romo back at the 14.
This is just a power rush by a big man, Ray McDonald. This is manna from heaven for a defensive coordinator when you can get an inside pass rush like that. And Ray McDonald is showing that he did last year or last week. That inside pass rush, it's the thing the quarterback hates most. Pressure right down the middle, and you didn't even have to blitz to do it.
Ogletree, a first down up to the 32.
Nice throw. Oh, he's coming up lame too. Boy, they're dropping like flies here. And Romo was on the ground after that throw. He has taken some hits. This 49er defense, even though they're not getting home to disrupt the play, it's going to affect them. I want you to watch this late. Clean hit. They run a stun inside. Good throw. He goes down. Innocuous enough. Real easy. The tackle knocked him down, but every time he hits the ground, it has an effect.
53. Blue 80. Blue 80.
Felix Jones, who was injured very early in this game, carries up to the 36. Good throw by Romo, and breaking a tackle is Austin, and he's down to the 39. Clock still rolling at the 9-minute mark.
And this is part about what Romo talked about in the heat of the battle. You know, John Wooden used to say, play quick, but don't hurry. Romo talked about that. I'm hurrying myself. I know better. In a critical situation, and this is critical, calming your fundamentals down. That's what he's doing right now. He's calming his fundamentals down.
They just do get it off. 49ers will allow those throws. That's a gain of about 4, but it continues to chew up clock.
Now this is an area where Jason Garrett, as the head coach and play caller, has got to tell himself. The head coach is telling the play caller, look, this may be 4-down territory. We're at that point of the game. We got 8 minutes. Right, we may get into field goal range on the outer edge, but you need to know that on your 3rd down call. If you're going to go for it on 4th down, don't run a 3rd down play and then say, okay, now you can go it on 4th. It is a 2-play sequence when you think in those terms.
Looked like that ball may have been tipped, but Rodgers was right there alongside Witten. Now, it's such a long field goal here. You're looking at 53 yards.
Now they're going for it, and this is exactly what I'm talking about. And I'm not going to argue with the call. Whatever the call is, it is. Some might say, well, if I'm going to go 4 down, let me run on a 3rd down that they typically might not think you do, and then give yourself a 4th down chance. So I'm not going to question the play calling, but clearly that was the sequence. You got to know you're going for it on 4th if you call a 3rd down play in this situation. Again, keep coming back to Jason Witten. But of course, the 49ers know that too. Wow. Wow. And Romo got hit again just as he let go of the ball.
Doug Free pulls Romo off the deck. Literally had to pick him up off the ground.
And it's good protection. You're going to see it's a good pocket, but watch on the backside up here. It's closing, it's closing, it's closing. And boom, he gets a late hit. Boy, those ribs have got to hurt, but that is a heck of a throw. And this is, look at the size differential. This is not legal. That's not fair. They ought to outlaw that. Nothing against my man Dotney Whitner, but with Jason with Jason Witten as big as he is, that's why the quarterback goes to him in that situation.
You're good. Under. Over.
What a throw! And a touchdown for Miles Austin. Madieu Williams gambled and came up empty. But what a throw by Romo after getting picked up by his teammate.
That last one that he makes when he jumps over the guy and comes down and keeps himself up and he uses his hand so his knee doesn't hit the ground. That has a lot to do with his athletic ability. He has great athletic ability.
Romo to Austin keeps the boys in the game. Just ahead, can the Niners hang on and hand Dallas another bitter defeat? Find out next on NFL Replay.
Finish and strain. Start to throw punches. I'm challenging your manhood when you get the damn ball back to run the football. I'm challenging you as a man. Okay, you with me? You with me? Let's go, boys.
Quick hit to Joshua Morgan. That'll be a gain of 13 on first down.
What San Francisco's doing right now is along that 4-minute mentality. They've got the extra linemen in. They want to push it around. They're doing some shifting and motioning to calm down the front 7 of the Dallas Cowboys. And you got to make sure you get it right. You don't want to pound it here.
Gain of 3. Call it 2 by Frank Gore. Marcus Ware, his second sack of the game.
You're not getting out of the grasp of this guy. He's going to come off the edge, at least in a predictable position right here off this edge. The play fake. This is tough on a quarterback. You play fake, come out naked, and now an unblocked DeMarcus Ware. You're not getting out of those mitts right there, I can promise you. That's a quarterback's nightmare to see one of the top sack men in the league totally unblocked. I can see his number, his face mask, and smiling at me and taking you down to the ground. Rather than think you're going to get it in a shot thrown for the chains.
They're going to be lucky to get this off. They just do. Smith slides up to the 27. So the clock will wind down under 4:30 to play here in the fourth quarter.
Boomer.
All the way back to the 10. And McCann is run out of bounds at the 24. 64-yard punt by Andy Lee. Dallas with 2 timeouts remaining. 4 minutes and 3 seconds to go. And the 49ers up by 3. See what Romo has done prior to getting hurt and since.
The injury focused him. You got to see a lot of Miles Austin, a lot of Jason Witten in this drive.
But it was interesting. You saw him talking to that man, Jesse Holley, on the sideline before this series began. Perhaps saying that's what the 49ers are thinking
exactly
about.
Right. Well, it takes a village, right? Isn't that the term? Everybody's got to chip in.
What happened to you?
Yeah, you need a big city for me. A small village isn't going to get it done. But at some point in this drive, again, the 3rd down, big play. This is great because they're going to give you these other guys, but your playmakers are the ones that are going to show up.
Monday.
Back-to-back catches made by Jesse Holley. Played in 12 games last year as a rookie free agent out of North Carolina. Scrimmage, 2nd down. That'll be short of a first down and a catch by Murray out of the backfield, and that brings us to the 2-minute warning.
Comes pressure.
Austin very close to a first down. It looks like he has enough. He does.
Now the question becomes for the Mr. Young Dan Bailey, who has already missed a field goal at, PAT depth. Where do I have to go to feel good to try the field goal here? I mean, I'm going for touchdown. I'm going for the win, but I got to also think about taking this thing to overtime. How far down do I have to get?
They're bringing a blitz again. And again, Romo gets it away. And again, he connects with Austin.
180!
Miles Austin in the backfield.
No.
You know, Brian, I mean, is the ball loose is a question.
Wow.
Brian, I mean, if they have the football, I got to ask you. You've played the entire game and you haven't asked a wide receiver to carry the ball. That clearly is a fumble. And Dallas covers it up. But, I mean, well, nonetheless, here's fourth down. They got to go. They're going to go for it.
Feel they're outside the range.
Clock's running. They have a timeout.
And they're going to use it. They're going to take it down. I don't know that you want to take it down too far here. Why would you not?
Well, they're going to run down to 3. This would be a 47-yard field goal try.
Which is obviously what they're attempting. Looked like they were going to line up to run a play. I'm questioning, well, why wouldn't you call the timeout earlier if you're going to go up for fourth down and give myself some more time? But clearly the plan is here. They're going to go for the field goal and go for the tie.
Out of the hole to McBride. Officially 48 yards to tie it. He nailed it.
Good for him. Redeemed himself from the earlier miss. Good for him.
A week ago, Romo and the Cowboys let one get away in the fourth quarter. Today they rally from 10 back to tie it on the final play in regulation.
Well, we talked about a tipping point for a team, for a game, for a player, for a season. These are the type of little plays right here that you love the drama of the game. A young man that has struggled during the day has put his team in a position where they're down by 3 with 2 seconds left. You come in, what do we say? Move on to the next play. You got to shut it out, step up there. Jason Garrett, Tony Romo know what this is all about. Let's live to fight another day. We're in overtime.
Don't go away. We're headed to overtime.
Jeffrey Holly catching. He is off to the races.
Where the game's biggest play comes from the most unlikely of sources.
Okay, gentlemen, in the overtime, we have fourth quarter timing. Each team is entitled to 2 timeouts. First team to score wins the game. Dallas, it's your choice once again. The logo represents heads. Shield represents tails, and your choice is?
Tails.
We called tails. It is heads. It's received. San Francisco has won the toss.
Gain of 12 on the pass again.
Well, again, they're not dialing off the blitzes, pressures, I should say. Unfortunately, Mike Jenkins slipped down at the end. They got to check their new shoes. We've seen a couple guys go down. Remember the big touchdown of Miles Austin was with the 49er falling down.
Gore running through a tackle of Brooking, who was able to finally drag him down, but a gain of close to 8. Called a gain of 7 on 2nd and 3. A huge sack for Jay Ratliff.
Nice job on the outside by DeMarcus Ware. Watch this. He blitz peels. It looks like they're going to get outflanked, and all of a sudden he peels, runs with Gore. Alex Smith has no place to go, waiting for the posse to show up on the inside. Nice, well-orchestrated pressure. Nice play by DeMarcus Ware.
3rd and 11. Is a catch, but it's 1 yard short of a first down, maybe a yard and a half. Overtime change your thinking at all here, Brian Billick?
Boy, this field, 1 yard. Gosh, no, I think I got to punt it. I got that faith in my defense. I know they've been gashed a couple times here. You got to make the decision. You got to make it quick. What are you doing? Yep, they're going to punt it. And that's the smart thing to do. You want to go for it. You want to send the message. You want to believe in your guys. But this is the smart thing to do.
Rookie Dwayne Harris will wait on the punt from Andy Lee.
Now they're going to rethink it a little bit.
They're reviewing to see whether or not this is a catch by Ted Ginn Jr.
The question becomes, does he regain control? You can see a little bit of a bobble here. He's got his feet in bounds. He doesn't have it in control. Now he does. The knee's down. He's not out of bounds yet. Did he regain and maintain control? No, may not. I didn't see the shading of the field. It looked like to me, Tom, like he may have still been bobbling it now that I see it from that angle in the white.
Yeah, the left knee looked like it had already hit out of bounds. I think they're going to bring this play back.
Yeah, I think you're right.
After review, the receiver did not maintain control of the ball throughout the process of completing the catch. Therefore, it's an incomplete pass. It'll be 4th down to the 31-yard line. Please reset the game clock to 13:11.
Dallas will get the football for the first time in this overtime. Harris. Pretty nifty return again for the rookie out of East Carolina.
Should stay with the run here.
Nope. They're going to go for the big hit down the middle.
Oh, my goodness.
Jesse Holley is tackled inside the 5 all the way down to the 1. "77 yards.
Wow.
Glory! Glory!
Looks like a front that you're going to go ahead and run the ball. Play fake. The safety came screaming up because it looked like run to him too. And Holley gets in behind him. Great call. Great throw. Big play for the Dallas Cowboys.
It was a good hard ball fake in the line of scrimmage from that formation. We run the ball from that formation, and they came and got it.
We were in a quarters. You know, we were in quarters to that side, and you know, a miscommunication, you know, with the corner and myself, and the guy took off with a deep post.
Jesse's got strong faith. You know, he believes in Jesus. Goes out there, and just like all of us, and you know, you should have seen him praising the Lord afterward. It was pretty. It was great to see. I was happy for it.
How about that for Holley and Romo? How about Tony Romo with the week that he's had? Coming back with and doing it with a young man that has been inconsequential to a large degree up to this point. You got your playmaker, Des Bryant, not with you. This is what legends are made of, and Tony Romo stepped up to the challenge today.
The last time Jesse Holley made a game and a catch in a regular season game, you have to go back to the fall of 2006 at the University of North Carolina. Well, now, just like we never know, 19 yards is not automatic. Dallas rallies from 10 back in the 4th quarter. A week after blowing a 14-point 4th quarter lead to win in overtime.
Feels like crap, man. Feels like crap. You know, a loss is a loss. We expect to win every game we play in. That's the mindset we have, and you know, this feels like we definitely let opportunity get away.
A lot of people have all the answers after a week, and you know, you guys know as well as I do, 1 week doesn't write your season, and the thing you have to do as a player, though, is learn from that week. I learned, and I think you have to do that, and you got to relish that opportunity. Like today, when you get back out there, you know, you're excited about being out there at that moment and having the ball in your hands.
I don't even deserve it.
My hair is standing on end, and it's standing on end for one reason.
We talked about the land of opportunity, right? The land of opportunity. That's what the NFL is. And I look around and I see the faces of guys who leaped up and took advantage of their opportunity. You know who you are. We got guys walking off the field hurt. The next guy steps in and gets it done. The next one's coming fast. Next one's coming fast. Get on in here. Cowboys on 3. Make it loud. 1, 2, 3.
Pardon the interruption, but I'm Mike Wilbon. Tony, today is International Talk Like a Pirate Day. How should we celebrate?
I'm Tony Kornheiser. Grab some booty?
I don't know that you want to go that way.
But that's what pirate treasure is. Booty, isn't it?
B-O-O-T-Y.
Right, booty. Not booty. Not big booty. Big booty. John Big Booty. Did you ever see that movie? Buffalo Bonzo across the 8th dimension? Fabulous. Welcome to PTI, boys and girls. In today's episode, Cam backs it up, Vic gets hurt, and I hate to say it, but Wilbon might be right about the line.
Yeah.
But we begin today with Tony Romo. Last week, after Dallas lost to the Jets late, plenty of people, including us, pointed critical fingers at Romo for folding in the clutch. This week, after sustaining a fractured rib, Romo returned in the second half and led the Cowboys to the tying and winning scores at San Francisco. Wilbon, you questioned Romo last week. Where are you now?
Not questioning him today. That's the heroic performance of the weekend. I mean, the guy, first of all, gets busted up and has a broken rib, we're now told.
Early in the game.
His team is struggling. They're down 2 scores on the road. They're coming off that massive disappointment of last week. And Romo even says, if we lost this one, it would have been devastating. But they didn't lose. He puts the helmet on. He comes back in after he is announced by his own team to be out of the game, comes back and wins the game. I love Romo. No criticism.
We say this all the time. How we discuss Romo always goes like this. We like Tony Romo. We think he's very good, but. Okay, I think what this does for him, it doesn't erase all of the things in the past. It at least gets him to even, don't you think? It's a blank slate now. He did the heroic thing. I mean, the literature of America casts a lot of heroes as Texans. And he understands, Romo understands, and Troy Aikman understands that Romo understands this, what it means to be the Cowboys quarterback.
Oh, no question.
It's different. And so this kind of action is called for with Cowboy quarterbacks, and he delivered.
I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to go further than gets him back to even. And I know it's not a playoff game. It's not a December game, and the Cowboys have really struggled after Thanksgiving, at least mostly. This is, I think, the most important victory he's had in his career.
In his career.
I know he's got a playoff win now. Right. There was a 13-3 season. But I just think to rally your guys like that, they have to love you. And you're going into a Monday night game against the hated Redskins.
And you don't want to be,
got other injuries on your team.
You don't, some of your receivers are hurt. You don't want to be 0-2 with the Redskins coming in. Even if they are oversold, the Redskins, they are still 2-0. You don't want that circumstance.
Huge performance. You agree with me?
Back in the day, the Cowboys-Redskins rivalry was raw.
He caught it.
It was real.
That's unbelievable.
But everyone agrees it's not over. New names, same feud.
Jason Witten, Des Bryant, Jamarcus Webb, Tony Romo, America's Dream Team.
Let's go.
The new look Redskins, Brian Kerrigan, Tim Hightower, Rex Grossman, Brian Orakpo.
Washington, Dallas, more than a rivalry, a rite of passage on Monday Night Football.
And it plays out on the biggest stage in the National Football League. Come inside Cowboys Stadium in Arlington for the Cowboys and the Redskins 2011. We welcome you to the Monday. Welcome you to Arlington. Mike Tirico, glad to have you aboard for another Monday night. Big story all week, as you've heard. Tony Romo with the fractured rib, the punctured lung from the game in San Francisco last week, heroically came back and won the game. He will play tonight, although he has taken a shot with some pain medication and will wear a protective vest. He's not the only Cowboy on offense hurt. They're banged up at the big spots. Some of the skill guys, Felix Jones, bad right shoulder. He'll go through it. Des Bryant returns to the lineup. Jason Witten's banged up. No Miles Austin tonight. So bringing Ron Jaworski and John Gruden. John, Romo, that's a problem that is not just a one-week thing here.
Well, fortunately,
for the Dallas Cowboys, Tony Romo is playing tonight. But if they don't pass protect better, he's not going to play for very long. Romo has been hit hard, and he's been hit hard a lot. Just take a look at the film. His season ended last year. He breaks his collarbone with an unblocked blitzer. You can't take many of these hits. And then this week when the season opened, he was pummeled. Even on some of his completions, he took way too many hits. Then he punctures a lung, breaks a rib in San Francisco. This game, I realize the Cowboys have a young, inexperienced offensive line, but it's not about Tony Romo's toughness and courage. It's about, can the Dallas Cowboys block the Washington Redskins, because the Redskins are coming tonight.
Yeah, let's talk about Washington and flip it, Jaws, because this is one of the good game against Dallas towards the end of last year. As we go into the Verizon Red Zone, a reminder of this series history. There's plenty of it. 100 games played in the regular season. Dallas has won more than Washington has. 15th time they've met on Monday Night Football. Of those prior 14 meetings, each team has won 7. Temperature in the 80s, and the top is open here at Cowboys Stadium in Arlington. And perhaps over 90,000 on hand as we join the Cowboys, the Redskins, and the National Football League honoring Hispanic Heritage Month. Los Vaqueros de Dallas, great Hispanic following for many years here in the Metroplex and around the state. Mike Shanahan, year 2 as the coach of the Redskins. Of course, the Super Bowl championships with the Denver Broncos, coaching his 263rd regular season game here tonight. And Jason Garrett, the 45-year-old former Cowboy backup quarterback, who actually started a game against the Redskins, brings his Dallas team 1-1 for the opener. Tony Romo coaching up his guys. They get to wait as Rex Grossman gets the field first. Toss won by the Redskins, and they will receive. Dallas is one of the few teams to carry 2 place kickers, but David Beeler is inactive tonight with a groin injury. So rookie Dan Bailey, who kicked the game winner last week, but doesn't have the same leg as Beeler on kickoffs, will do that tonight. And that's dangerous because this guy, Brandon Banks, has the juice to take it all the way home. Off we go from Arlington. See a short kick right there. Banks from the 7. And he's taken down just shy of the 30-yard line.
Impressive.
How about that block by Hightower helping out DeMarcus Ware, huh? He was clean. Whew. Good opening drive, Washington. Play action. Throws that one away. Santana Moss was covered in the middle of the field as Grossman just made the smart choice.
You know, when you play a defense like Rob Ryan of the Cowboys, you got to find a way to calm them down and regulate them a little bit. And I think using multiple tight ends helps do that. You can create balanced formations. You can create strong formations. You can line these tight ends up as receivers on the line as tackles. Clearly, they have regulated Dallas so far early in this game.
Fred Davis, 83, has been very productive in the first 2 games with 11 grabs. Shovel inside for Santana Moss. He slips and falls. Those 3 yards. Kenyon Coleman, who came over from Cleveland, makes the play.
Yeah, and if you want to stop the running game, it's all about penetration. Every once in a while, you get one of those gimmicks and gadgets, they will work. But you'll see all the white jerseys in the backfield. Hard to get anything going when you have Dallas Cowboys in the backfield.
This is an area where Washington struggled last week down this end of the field here.
Yes, and you don't want to be in 3rd and 12. You got to be careful you don't get knocked out of field goal position here.
Cowboys bring 4. Grossman steps up, incomplete for Davis. Frank Walker, the veteran, the coverage. Field goal attempt coming up.
And that, as you said, was very disappointing with Washington last week on offense. They make a lot of yards. They possess the ball a long time. But 2 out of 7 in the red zone against Arizona. That allowed the Cardinals to hang around. And right now, this is no chip shot, 46-yard field goal for Graham Gano.
Gano had one block from 30 yards last week against Arizona. The man who also knocked in the game winner last week pounds one home. And the Redskins score on their opening drive with a 46-yard field goal from Gano. Tony Romo set to lead the Cowboys. First down, it's a handoff with Felix Jones running to the right, gain of 4 to about the 24. Let's take you through the pregame as Romo, with all the conversation about the rib that was fractured in San Francisco last week, came out to warm. You notice it's very bulky underneath. That's some of the Kevlar protection he's wearing. You can see him wincing, and he went in still feeling the pain from the warm-ups, then got the shot, the medication to deal with some of the pain, coming out for the later set of warm-ups, still showing grimacing and frustration. It is not going to be easy for Romo tonight, as it was after the injury last week. And we'll see how long he can go. Adjusting the play on 2nd and 6. Quick out of his hands. Des Bryant back in the lineup. First down, Bryant can't bring him down. D'Angelo Hall finally does. Great to have him back for Romo. And Jaws, you've played with a fractured rib. You know what Romo's going through here tonight.
Mike, it is very, very difficult to play with a broken rib. It's in the core of your body. Everything you do, you feel the pain. I'm going to watch him all night long to see the cumulative effect of hits and how they affect Tony Romo as this game moves on.
From the 34, first down run with Jones to the right. And the Redskins are all over it. Gain of just a yard. So trying to help keep Romo clean here tonight. These guys, Felix Jones, Macy Moore, it's a sharp choice because of Jones's shoulder injury. There's Bryant back off the thigh injury. Kevin Ogletree gets the start for the injured Miles Austin. And, of course, Jason Witten, the security blanket. Now up front, Jaws mentioned it earlier, a couple of rookies up there. Doug Free over at left tackle, but Tyron Smith's a guy we'll watch. He's only 20 years old. The number 9 overall pick out of USC. And off out of the shotgun, and no place to go for Jones. Third down, you're going to see Tashard Choice as the back next to Romo. 7 Redskins line up, 5 come. And Romo throws incomplete for Witten, who was being tackled before the ball got there. And Kevin Barnes going to be called for pass interference.
Mike, I will guarantee you this.
Red Hockley, our referee tonight.
Pass interference, defense, number 22, hook and turn. The ball is placed at the spot of the foul. First down.
In critical situations, Tony Romo will be looking for Jason Witten. That's his go-to guy. When he needs a first down, that's where he looks first.
Takes him out to the 48. Quick count. Romo throws complete to Jones with a lot of space. Felix Jones to the 25. Gain of 27.
There has to be a mistake here of some kind. They're trying to get the ball to Des Bryant on a deep square end, but nobody covers the check down. You have to take a look at the coverage on the strong side underneath. What happened? Kerrigan blitzed, but clearly London Fletcher, green dog. He thought Felix Jones was going to stay in to block. He fooled Fletcher. There was nobody to cover him.
First down run with Tashard Choice for a gain of about 2 yards is last year. But he's playing safety in that Redskin defense. Three receivers right for Romo. Comes back across for Witten. Incomplete as he was followed across the field by London Fletcher.
He's even cornerbacks. I'd love to throw to that guy.
Another chess game. Romo with the dummy count. Sees if Washington moves. Now on 3rd and 8. Fires for Witten. They had 2 Redskins over there covering. And the pass is incomplete. A field goal attempt for Dallas.
Well, the Redskins have read your scouting report, Josh, because every key passing situations, the Redskins know they're looking for Witten. He's going to break to the outside, but there you see coverage help. Excellent job by the Washington Redskins stuffing the Cowboys early down running game and knowing where Romo's going on third down to Whitney.
Dan Bailey hit the game winner in overtime against San Francisco from 48 last week. He also missed a chippy, but he knocks a 41-yarder home, and each team with an opening drive field goal, all even at 3. These beautiful video boards as well. What'd you think, Tony Romo, first drive, Ron?
You know, I was very impressed. I wanted to watch and see if he had the velocity on the deeper throws, and he had it. And some love to that offensive line of the Cowboys. They protected him.
They're coaching up the rookie DeMarco Murray there. A lot of hands-on coaching Tony's been doing throughout this season. Bailey with the kickoff. This one gets near the goal line. And here comes Brandon Banks. To the 15-yard line. Well covered by Dallas. Abram Elam. Starting safety makes the play. So a long field for Rex Grossman. And they try to get you thinking you're going to do one thing, and boom, they hit you with the other.
They've done a good job of that for a long time, and then they always do something different in that first 15. Like right now, they're emphasizing 3 tight ends, 1 back and 1 receiver. You don't know where these Shanahan guys come from.
3rd and 1. Dallas brings the heat, and this time they get to Cooley on his second career run. The safety, Abram Elam, got in, tripped him up. Washington 3 and out.
Well, they just come right after the strong side. You're going to see a Mike and a strong safety blitz right at the point of attack, and there's just nothing there. I feel bad for Chris Cooley, Jaws. He's a tight end being pressed into service as a fullback, and having to run into that look is tough sledding.
Sav Rocca, the former Eagle, with a booming kick. Dwayne Harris comes back to the 18-yard line. Stumbles into the waiting arms of Lorenzo Alexander. Outstanding. It just sounds like big-time football. Redskins, Cowboys, because of the great coaches, Hall of Fame names on the sidelines, with players making big plays like Riggo, Art Monk with the key receptions that he's made over the years. And on the Dallas side as well, we have the guys like Roger Staubach and his come-from-behind victories. And the triplets, Emmett, Troy, and Michael. They've led Dallas to the 60 wins in the 100 regular season meetings.
And right here is where the Redskins love to sting you with play-action pass. Early downs in the red zone.
But John, as you said, especially in the Arizona game, they struggled in the red zone. Grossman looked a bit indecisive. See what they do on 1st and goal. Ball touching the 10. Hightower slips it a second time tonight. And gets to the 7, gain of 3.
Yeah,
back here in Arlington, all even at 3, but the Redskins with a great opportunity, 2nd and goal at the 7. And another run down here in Hightower. And he loses 2 that time is Sean Lee, the 2nd-year man out of Penn State, now the starter for Dallas at linebacker.
And Sean Lee has been very, very active as a linebacker. He leads the National Football League through 2 weeks with 28 tackles. He is a tackling machine for the Dallas Cowboys. Outstanding anticipation and run-through by Sean Lee to make that play. And one thing you watch this Dallas Cowboy defense, they have no tendencies.
3rd and goal. Out of the gun with a 4-man rush. Here's Rex. Over the top, nearly intercepted by Lee. Blanketing Hightower.
You know, Rex Grossman had 5 balls batted down last week against Arizona. That time, Jay Ratliff got penetration right up the middle. I'm not so sure Rex Grossman saw very much on that particular throw. He's lucky it wasn't intercepted.
John, if you don't see the throw down in that area, we both know you could be chasing a defensive back trying to make a tackle. An ill-advised throw by Grossman.
To the 2nd-year man out of Florida State, Graham Gano, from 27. So field goals of 46 and 27 for Gano. And that big mistake by the Cowboys, a turnover putting Washington in the red zone. 1st and goal at the 10. Ogletree very happy to thank the defense for only allowing 3 points instead of 7. Time for a Matt McBriar punt. One of the biggest legs in the league. 63 yards. Brandon Banks from the 13. Well covered by Dallas. Joe DiCamillis, the special teams coach. Alan Ball makes the tackle. Back of the 18-yard line. Well, before we went to break and Dallas called timeout, we showed you Romo getting hit for the first time straight on. Watch the shot from London Fletcher. Kind of puts his hands up to give up. Then watch Tony after he took the hit. And the grimace on his face, again, Jaws told you he played with a fractured rib. You're going to feel everything, every shot you take throughout the night, shot for pain or not.
Yeah, and it's shots like that the Redskins going to try to put on Romo. Even, you know, they're nice, clean shots, but you hit him to the ground. Someone's going to pick him up. Just going to move that rib a little bit. The cumulative effect of all those shots, we want to watch in the fourth quarter, how they will affect Tony Romo.
Redskins bring the rookie Roy Halou out of Nebraska. Had a good game last week in the backfield and in motion. As Grossman comes down the middle, intercepted by Sean Lee. Lee, who had an interception against the Jets in week 1, has one against Washington in week 3, and the Cowboys are in business in the red zone.
That's just a terrible decision there by Rex Grossman. Given the kind of football game you're in, you empty out the backfield. It's a double zone, and you're going to try to look for Fred Davis right down the seam, and Sean Lee just reads his eyes, runs right underneath this pattern, intercepts a football. When you're late down the middle, not many good things are going to happen.
Well, Sean Lee was outstanding. He read the eyes of Grossman. Grossman tried to move him with a pump to the right, but Sean Lee didn't buy it. That's his second interception of the year. He is having one heck of a season.
Maybe a chance to take a shot with Des Bryant here for the Cowboys. Taking over the 18. Romo will run with Felix Jones up the middle. Good run by Jones to the 11-yard line. The Dallas Cowboys have not had a run over 8 yards all year. And so Dan Bailey, good from 41, gets a shot from 27. Push up the middle from Washington, but the field goal is good. So both teams have had red zone turnovers, and the other team has only been able to get a field goal out of it. 6-6.
What he knows right here, 3rd and 8 against the Dallas Cowboys. There's going to be somebody blitzing. Watch the youngster out of Nebraska find his pickup.
Dallas brings 4. Grossman comes back to the other side to Gaffney, covered by Mike Jenkins. Rex looking for a flag. There's none coming. And Rob Ryan's team with one first down and a punt.
That's good coverage by Mike Jenkins, who's had a lot of injuries early this season. Watch Gaffney push up the field and come right underneath. And that's an excellent job breaking on the ball by Mike Jenkins, who was a Pro Bowler 2 years ago. Nice play.
Savraka kicked it almost to the scoreboard. It was as high as the scoreboard, just off to the left of it, and fielded at the 15-yard line. A 46-yard kick by Rock.
That really hurts Dallas. They put Alan Ball in at right corner. Remember, Alan Ball started 16 games for Dallas last year at free safety. He's not a pure corner. Don't be surprised if the Redskins don't test Mr. Ball on their left side.
Two tight ends with Cooley and Davis on 2nd and 8. Grossman, 3-man rush. Halou holds on, eludes one tackle, and a nice play by DeMarcus Ware, who was dropping in coverage at the 17.
Once again, Rex Grossman time to throw the football because his left tackle, Trent Williams, is doing a really good job on DeMarcus Ware, and he's not getting any help. He's got him one-on-one, and he's handling DeMarcus Ware. This doesn't happen all too often where teams don't slide or chip or do all those things to occupy DeMarcus Ware. Get a little chippy out there, too. DeMarcus doesn't like to be blocked.
That was his first tackle on the play to Halou as he dropped in coverage. 3rd and 5. Ware spinning inside. Hits Grossman, whose pass is incomplete. As he tried to get Terrence Austin out of UCLA. Well, Ware put the pressure on that time.
Yeah, right on cue. Just I'm talking about DeMarcus Ware not getting pressure. You'll see him right here from the outside. Gets a good inside spin move on Trent Williams and gets a late hit on Rex Grossman.
Once again, the Redskins red zone offense struggles. DeMarcus Ware had a lot to do with that. They did target Ball right there. Pressure.
Good from 46 and 27. This is 36. And snap. Couldn't get a handle of it. Rocca lost it. And the Cowboys have it at the 30-yard line. Gerald Sensabaugh ends up getting in there at the end. But the snap and the handle of it by Rocca not clean.
Yeah, Mike Shanahan told us he's had a lot of problems with his field goal protection. Now it's the snap.
The whole snap was
good.
There's
nothing wrong with that snap. There's no question. Rocca's got to put that ball down. You know, I held in the NFL the place kicker for 15 years. That operation has got to be smooth. No one would ever know I was a holder until I drop one of those. And by the way, I never did. But you've got this operation has to be clean. Catch, put it down, 1.25 seconds to ball out. That was not very good.
Felix Jones is the back. Romo to throw. Good gain for the fullback, Fiametta, for a first down at the 47-yard line.
Romo's trying to be aggressive. They're dialing up some down the field throws. That time the Redskins spun into a double zone. Romo checked it down to Fiametta in the flat. Good decision by Romo. Good run after the catch. This is shot time for the Cowboys. They love to take shots right here around midfield.
They do not have Des Bryant on the field. They are looking at Des on the sideline as well. This is LaRon Robinson. That pass one would-be tackler, D'Angelo Hall, and takes it to the 32-yard line. So Robinson, laid out on the sideline by Landry a moment ago, comes back for a gain of 22.
Tony Romo very aware of the line of scrimmage. He saw D'Angelo Hall playing off. You see right there, he's got a running play call, a little draw to the inside, but he saw the cushion, just stood up and fired the ball out. Nice first down, nice read by Tony Romo.
Right back, bottom of the screen. Here comes Jones. 27, he's playing with his shoulder in a harness because of his injury. Ed, you have more Cowboy injury news.
Yeah, Mike, they took cornerback Mike Jenkins into the locker room. He's re-injured the shoulder injury that he suffered week 1 against the Jets. There were 3 players on the Cowboys roster this week who couldn't sleep in. They had to sleep in chairs. It's painful with 2 lying down. Anthony Spencer, Tony Romo, and Jenkins. He's being reevaluated.
Romo said Friday was a big night. He was able to sleep reclining. He's in a chair. Landry coming in at him. Pass to Jones. Felix right at the first down line at the 21. Best looking drive of the night for Dallas.
Here comes overload pressure that time from the Redskins. That time they bring Kerrigan and LaRon Landry right off the strong side. Watch it. Romo sees it. Gets right to his hot receiver. Romo might have bad ribs, but there's nothing wrong with this guy above the neck. He's seeing everything. He's making good decisions. Very sharp heads-up play by Tony Romo. But I like when you look at who the Cowboys had out there in that 3 receivers set. At flanker, they had Jesse Holley. In the slot, I saw Ken Ogletree. And over there playing split end was Laurent Robinson. Now, Robinson was just re-signed. Jolly, wasn't he on a Michael Irvin's variety show?
Yes, he was. Jesse Holley won the reality show to get a spot on the Cowboy roster a couple of years ago and made the big play in the overtime win over San Francisco last week.
And when you get in the red zone, as you well know, Ron, your passing, your route running has to be exact, pinpoint. There can be no error. And when you're throwing to guys that are inexperienced, that are special teams player or just got here, sometimes a conservative tackle trap like that play right there is the best call in a tight game like this.
And to that point, they had no time with Romo in practice. Tony only practiced on Saturday this week. Bailey from 32. So he's made a 41, a 27, and that 32. So Washington's mistake on the field goal, the bad hold by Baraka, leads to the field goal by the Cowboys to put Dallas on top 9-6. As Niles Paul The rookie fifth-rounder out of Nebraska checks in, and valuable time wasting here. Number 27, Grossman, sacked. Victor Butler, another converted college defensive end. Remember, the clock runs here, no timeouts. If they kill it, they can get a 49-yard field goal attempt.
Better hurry up.
Yep.
Much too casual.
Grossman gets under center and will kill it. And he took a shot there from Butler, slow to get up.
You see Butler just coming from Rex's right side. Big sack to make this a 50-yard field goal. Redskins have had trouble protecting their kicks. Cowboys are going to try to come right off their right side and block this.
The end of the half. Rocca handled that snap with no problem that time. And nailed from 50 yards by Gano as the half comes to an end. And there's stripped Romo, who recovered the fumble. It's a four-man rush. There's Felix Jones out of the backfield to the 21-yard line. Reed Doughty and McIntosh for Fletcher.
You know, for Tony Romo in that first half, it was about self-preservation, protect himself. Here you see the pressure coming from the Redskins. He's going to get rid of the football and protect himself. You do not want to expose those ribs. Right there is the target for the Washington Redskins. Romo throws the ball and then protects himself.
Just tuning in, you heard all week Romo had the rib injury and the puncture of his lung, which healed on its own during the week. Wearing the protective flak jacket made of Kevlar. Took a pain-killing injection before the game. Choice to back on 3rd and 9. And Romo throws caught for the first down by Des Bryant in front of D'Angelo Hall at the 42-yard line.
All starts with blitz pickup. Tony Romo uses his dummy snap count, smells out this Redskin blitz coming from the right side, and the backs pick it up, and it allows Bryant to win on the outside. But just an excellent job by the line sliding. I thought one of those backs came over and picked it up, but Tony slid the line right into that blitz. Excellent job by the veteran quarterback.
Very bizarre first half. LaRon Landry back on the field, 3rd and 4. Romo got rid of it quick for Witten right at the first down mark. Kevin Barnes covering, but forward progress will move the chains. First down.
That's it. Can tell he's fighting through it physically. Somebody's going to make a play. Oh,
and there's another one. Romo was not ready for it, or it came back to him too quick, and they still completed to gain a couple of yards. Lost out of bounds by Robinson. Going to be ruled a catch and a completion of 2 on what could have been a loss of 20-plus.
What a play, Mike. Absolutely incredible play. You'll see the snap is early from Costa. It goes, I mean, Tony's not even looking. The ball goes right by him. You talk about awareness. Tony Romo picks the ball up, doesn't throw it out of bounds.
How about the
gets
throw?
a completion on it. A spectacular play. Tony not real happy what's going on right now.
That time they blasted off the left side. Trent Williams doing an excellent job at left tackle with Lichtensteiger.
The 12-year veteran Mike Sellers in there to lead the way for Hightower. Grossman, Hightower in the flat, touchdown, Washington Redskins.
Same play they scored against Arizona on last week. Hard play to defend on 1st and goal inside the 1. You're in an all-out run stoppage mode. They slipped the fullback right in the flat. It's a first. Put that in.
Be glad to run it in drills with you next week. Graham Gano bangs through the extra point. Tim, Rex Grossman and the Redskin offense very efficient on the last drive after the Romo interception, which was caused by a mistake by his wide receiver, Kevin Ogletree. The first down is Felix Jones on the run. Hey, there's a run of more than 10 yards to the Cowboys. Oh, stop the presses, Dallas. 29 yards. Their longest run of the year by 21.
Well, that's what they need Felix Jones to do. Get this crowd in the game. You're going to see this play wind back to the weak side. And Felix Jones does a nice job following his fullback's block and breaking a tackle. And he shows you he still has that Arkansas Razorback burst. Felix Jones just got this crowd back in the game.
Maker on defense. Jones out of the game after his injury. 2nd and 8. Romo. Witten. First down to the 26. Gain of 23.
Well, Jason Witten, he'll take that coverage all day. Ryan Kerrigan is going to be paid to rush the passer. I don't think they want to see their rookie out of Purdue covering Jason Witten. Does a nice job trying to get a jab. This is just a great throw by Romo. You got to give Kerrigan credit. He did a nice job staying in coverage. Just a matter of time before Jason Witten and Tony Romo hook up and break your heart. But they're asking.
What a great addition he has been to this Washington team.
Did a lot of good additions.
Bailey from 41. He's made one of these already tonight. So 2 41s, a 27 and a 32. And it's a 4-point Redskin lead with 19 left in the third. Redskins trying to stay undefeated. Leading 16-12 over Dallas with John Gruden, Ron Jaworski, Ed Werder on the sideline, Mike Tirico here in Arlington. Quarter starts with 3rd and 10 for Grossman and the Redskins. Pressure picked up. Grossman's pass. Newman dives. Incomplete. They rule it incomplete. Ball hit the ground as Terrence Newman, in his first game of the year, almost came away with the pick, but it is a 3-and-out.
It's a great drive by Newman. See if he gets both feet in.
Definitely in.
Feet are in.
They ruled that it was incomplete. That
There
the
you
ball
go.
hit the ground there, and you see the bobble there.
You know, when you watch Rex.
Savraka with a high kick. It'll be fair caught at the 38-yard line by Dwayne Harris, the rookie. Well, Dallas's defense getting off the field. You know, the Cowboys have been on Monday Night Football so often. How about this? We were looking during the timeout. Our great crew got a shot of this. Rob Ryan on his IHOP menu, his play calling sheet. Look at that. He's got Dandy Don and the Giffer and Cosell on there in the yellow vintage ABC Monday Night Football jersey jackets. Now, how cool is that?
Shows
Very
you what
cool.
he thinks of us. Not much. We got a long way to go, guys.
That's good. Well, in 30 years, you'll be on somebody's play calling sheet. Huh?
Rob is a historian.
That cool? That's neat. First down, Dallas, coming off one of their better drives of the night, even though it ended in a field goal. Romo stepping up. Looks sharper in this quarter, guys. To Witten. Stiff arm Landry. Took the shot from D'Angelo Hall.
Oh, Romo's, he's feeling it right now.
Well, they brought both outside linebackers, and Tony Romo takes another hit right on the ribs, but makes an excellent throw to Witten. Doesn't matter who covers Witten.
He beats linebackers, safeties, corners. Kerrigan drops out. He can't handle him. This guy, I'll tell you, if I'm Tony Romo, I'm just coming out the huddle looking for 82.
It was an 18-yard catch. Hall's hit was legal. Witten still had a foot inbounds. Rocky McIntosh was the one who hit Romo really hard. Now Romo lets Felix Jones do the work. Jones turns the corner inside the 20 with a penalty marker down during the run. Hold the phone. This one's coming back. A penalty from the spot of the foul, so that's why you get the rare 1st and 14. Again, the snap comes before Romo thinks, and the pass is incomplete.
Wow. All kinds of battery problems here. The center and Romo, and Tony's letting them know it.
Phil Costa's second year out of Maryland. Remember, they had Andre Girardi here, who's had 5 Pro Bowl appearances, but they cut him after a couple of weeks of camp.
I've never seen this. This 3 times in one game. Happened at the end of the Jets game. It's hard enough to play quarterback with broken ribs when you don't know when the ball's going to be fired back at you.
Dallas will take over at its own 19. The punting's been very good tonight. Difficult to return, and deep kicks as well. Still a long field for the Cowboys. On first down, here comes Felix Jones to the left. Push the pile forward for 5 yards to the 24.
Like Tony Romo has been a warrior tonight. We know he came to this game, you know, with the broken ribs, and he's been taking a lot of hits. He's been knocked down. He's been getting up. He's been battling, looking down the gun barrel, taking shots. We are now in the 4th quarter. Can he stand up to that beating? Can he make a play with the game on the line? I mean, he's been tough tonight, but now it's crunch time. Let's see what he's got.
Brian Arakpo cramping again, back out. Jones, good dance to the left. 35, Felix Jones in the secondary. Tackled by Otagwe at the 35-yard line.
Redskins don't have any answer for this wind back play. They had a penalty on it the last time. This is the third explosive play. Watch the fullback wind back and secure the edge. This is a very good play that the Cowboys have found, and the run fit by the Redskins is off. Nice open field cut by Felix Jones. And he's over 100 yards tonight with 2 big runs.
He's up to 109 with that 40-yard gain. Ties his career high. Set it against Tennessee a year ago. First down, Romo to the flat and off the hands of the fullback Fiametta. But Jones has taken 3 long ones here in the second half. The rookie DeMarco Murray, the running back now. There's a Romo throw complete. And a move by Robinson. Laurent Robinson to the 10-yard line. First down, gain of 25.
Well, this is really trust by Tony Romo. I think he's worked with Laurent Robinson like one day this week, and that was Saturday out at practice. And to trust this receiver to make this throw, you'll see Romo believes. And he throws a rope right here. We talked about how he's going to react this fourth quarter. He drove that football into Robinson. Good velocity, good spin, and an accurate throw.
Robinson, a veteran who's been with Atlanta and St. Louis in his first 4 years in the league.
Play pass right here.
It's first and goal. And a run. Jones slips through the hole into the 4.
Or they do.
So they had it first and goal at the 2 after the penalty on Otagwe. Have to settle for the field goal. A 23-yarder by Dan Bailey, who now has 5. It's a 1-point game. A couple of ticks under 7 left.
Dallas has to be careful. They don't want to give up a field goal, any points whatsoever, the way they've struggled on offense.
Looks like they're bringing the pressure.
Ware got off the edge that time and got to Grossman. So Ware goes to the other side, gets Jamal Brown. Let's see if the ball is free. Grossman's trying to say he was down.
Well,
now a conversation in Hockley and the other official.
I don't know how DeMarcus Ware wasn't offside. What a jump he gets on Jamal Brown. And he has no chance.
Here's Hockley.
The ruling on the field is that the player's knee was down before the ball came loose. There was no fumble. Third down.
3rd and 17. They rush 3 this time. Still Ware flushes Grossman. Ware wanted a foul for being tripped up. Pass to the sideline. Complete.
They missed the hold right there. Trent Williams
is in the hurry. It should have been a hold. With the sack, Ware now playing in his 99th game has 85 sacks. The only person in NFL history with more sacks in his first 100 games, Reggie White, who of course had his days with the Memphis Showboats in the USFL, a pro before coming to the NFL. There's got questions, a lot of controversy on that drive. The bottom line is it's Dallas ball at their own 14, 2 timeouts, 3:44 to go. Brian Arakpo back in. Romo to Witten, complete. Witten stays in bounds to get to the 20 and then steps out. Been come from behind drives that Romo's had to win games. His first game and the last one he played last week, of course, in San Francisco.
But they're going to need a big play to win.
Middle shot. Ogletree redeems himself with a catch to the 41-yard line, a 20-yard gain.
Well, they've been running this route forever. Jason Witten clears it out to the inside. Robinson clears it out to the outside. And Ogletree redeems himself with a nice one-handed catch.
If that throw was out in front of Ogletree, he may have scored with that one, John. There was a lot of room over the top. You'll see this ball just a little bit behind him. There's no one in the middle of the field.
I expect Washington to be proactive here. Expect Jim Haslett to come after him. Here they come with an all-out blitz look.
Corners inside. You kind of get the look they're coming.
Again, a snap problem. And Kerrigan almost got his hands on it. It's a loss of 11 yards. That is 4 bad snaps tonight for Phil Costa, the center.
Oh, it's an all-out blitz. Romo makes an audible, and I don't know what is going on here. It's an all-out blitz. Romo needs to max up the protection. He needs to communicate it. And I don't know if Costa's even looking through his legs to see what Tony's doing, if he's not hearing the audibles. I have never seen this at any level of football. I think that's the 3rd bad shotgun snap. 4th.
2nd and 21. We're down to 2:25 with only 2 timeouts left. Cowboys need a field goal to win it here. Incomplete for Robinson. Josh Wilson, who's been now with 2:20 left and 2 timeouts. If you do punt, you can get the ball back with the benefit of the 2-minute warning, but you're really taking a risk if you do that. So you could be thinking about 4-down territory here for Dallas.
All out again.
Everybody coming. Romo pointing, looking, throwing for Des Bryant. 1st down at the 40-yard line.
That is all Tony Romo.
Absolutely.
I just can't believe they brought 3 all-out pressures in a row.
Penalty on the far side of the field, guys. Away from this flag on the far side of the field. They needed 21. The play got 30. But what do the referee and the officials have here?
That was all Tony Romo. He knew the blitz was coming. He bought a little time, drifted back, and waited for Des Bryant to uncover. You'll see, he knows it's coming. Buying time.
Personal foul, face mask, defense, number 23. The 15-yard penalty is enforced from the end of the run. 1st down.
Tony Romo has done everything tonight. He's been the coach on the field, running around, taking hits, you name it, he's done it. He now has his Dallas Cowboys in a position to win the football game.
And that's where the face mask was called. So the Cowboys are in field goal range with 2:08 remaining. Now you turn to Washington with their 3 timeouts.
That's exactly
here. Redskins still have a couple of timeouts. We have 3rd down out of the timeout for Dallas at the 24-yard line, John.
I think you got to be real careful if you're Dallas. You've had a lot of bad snaps. You've had some bad things happen with your young receivers. I think he's going to run the ball, trust his kicker and his defense.
They will run. Choice coming back. Pushed back by Landry near the sideline. Goes out of bounds. Allows Washington to save their 2 timeouts. Only gains 2 yards. So Dallas has had a host of mental and physical mistakes in this game. Yet rookie Dan Bailey can kick a 6th field goal and give them the lead with 1:52 left.
Well, but they saved a precious timeout right there. You have to stay in bounds. Slide at the sideline. Get all you can. Keep that clock moving or force a timeout by the Washington Redskins.
There's some pressure for a rookie kicker.
For the lead.
Wow.
Dan Bailey, the rookie from Oklahoma State, 6th field goal of the night. And the Cowboys lead 18-16.
Mike, Tony Romo has done his job. What a memorable evening by Tony Romo. He's been getting hit all night. He's had bad snaps all night. He's got rookie wide receivers making mistakes. All kinds of errors in the offensive line. With a broken rib. 4th quarter, he takes his team down the field, converts a 3rd and 21 on an electrifying play, moving around, allowing Des Bryant to open up. Romo, wow, so far.
And that 3rd and 21, Jaws, the longest 3rd down conversion of Romo's career.
Yeah, you're going to see all night long. 4 snaps. The ball snapped before Tony's ready. This breaks down the timing of the offense. Yet he has a wherewithal to recover. All kinds of problems up front. He's a coach on the field. He's Jason Garrett, the offensive coordinator, directing the traffic. Players in the huddle, lining up wrong. Kevin, get over on the other side. Hey, I got you in the flat. I'm going to get it. No, Kevin, in the flat. He breaks the route. All these things going wrong for Romo, for the Cowboys. Yet, with the game on the line, he marches his team down the field, and they get the go-ahead field goal.
Brandon Banks is a very good kick returner. This kick is going from the goal line. Banks trying to get to the outside. Good special teams coverage all night long. Flag down as Frank Walker pushed him out of bounds. And the flag might push Rex Grossman and company way back. Going to pick it up.
There was no foul for holding on the play. First down.
Well, here's where the Dallas Cowboys get an opportunity to show all that stuff they've been talking about, Jaws. Rushing the passer, closing the game out, winning on defense. This was the most scored against defense in franchise history last year. What a turnaround it would be if they could close out with their defense.
2 timeouts. Need about 45 yards to get in Gano's range. Flag.
Right side.
Redskins penalized 7 times in the first 11 quarters. 3 big penalties in this 4th quarter. Grossman starts with Hightower. What a hit in the open field. Allen Ball.
Great break on the ball. Zone coverage. Pressure in Grossman's face. He has to unload it. That's how you play zone defense.
Santana Moss has been the Cowboy killer. If I'm Grossman, I'm looking his way.
Clock running, minute 18 left. Grossman again leaks it out with Hightower. This time Hightower high hurdling for the first down across the 30-yard line to the 32. 1:08 left. Clock turns.
Cowboys have had no answer for the screen game of the Washington Redskins. Cowboys got to line up quicker on defense.
55 seconds left. First down, Grossman. This one's caught. Gaffney seeking the sideline. Can't get there. Washington should take a timeout here. Yeah, they do. He wasted 3. The Giants, who we saw last Monday night, got the win at Philadelphia. They're 2-1. Cowboys trying to get there and join them.
Cowboys have their best nickel pass rushers out there. Ratliff, Ware, Spencer, Victor Butler, number 57. And there goes Ware moving around.
Getting a head start. Bringing the pressure as Grossman throws sideline, incomplete. Don't know if he was expecting Terrence Austin, the second-year receiver, to do anything else or just trying to dump it out of bounds.
Yeah, there was
91,000 roar in Arlington. Grossman chased from behind. He lost the football. Cowboys got it. Cowboys win.
Anthony Spencer just explodes. 6'3", 254 pounds, and he catches Rex Grossman from behind and tomahawks the ball out.
Well, this is the guy they really need to get more out of, and if they get it, they're going to be potentially real good up front. Rob Ryan really pleased with his defense. What a phenomenal job he's done turning this defense around. And I tell you what, I give that guy a gold medal right there. But Spencer just comes all the way around from the backside and chases Rex Grossman down and has the presence to go for the strip and end Washington's night. 4-man pass rush. That's what you do. You get your green team out there, your money team, and Spencer delivers for the Dallas Cowboys. This will be one of the great victories in Tony Romo's career as a quarterback. He did it with very little help tonight. He's got to really be proud of his Dallas Cowboy teammates. They have a long way to go, though. I think you guys would agree. Too many mistakes. They're fortunate to win tonight.
Yeah, well, his teammates ought to be proud of him because he did everything tonight to secure this victory for the Dallas Cowboys.
Shanahan doesn't use his last timeout. Another tight win for the Cowboys. Another game decided by 3 or less. 18-16. Dallas beats Washington. Just like the last 8 games, within 3. This one a 2-pointer. And what a gritty effort from Tony Romo through the pain of the fractured rib. Shanahan and Garrett. Heck of a matchup. Last 2 games, these guys have gone head-to-head after Jason took over the Dallas head coaching job. Tight games. Ed Werder with Tony Romo.
Tony, you overcame a lot of unique challenges tonight. First, physically, how difficult was it to just play the game and get through the hits?
Well, it's a little hard just because you take some shots. I thought the shot would work a little more when we did it earlier. I mean, it did some good, but it wears off a little bit. But the guys battle hard, Just this is a great win for us. It was a hard game. They played great. The Redskins, give them credit. It's a hard game. I'm proud of our team.
How did you overcome all the bad snaps, all the wrong routes? You were doing a lot of coaching on the field.
Well, we had a million mistakes tonight. I mean, we got a lot of young guys, but, they're out there for a reason, so we depend on them. And we'll get it right. We're lucky to come out of here with a win with as many mistakes as we made. But with Costa, the setter, he said they kept calling out the cadence. So we're going to get it fixed. We can't have that happen. Can't happen.
How personally satisfying is this win, given not only what you did to get back on the field, but what Des Bryant did and other players?
This isn't about one person or 2 people. This is a team effort. I'm not doing anything different than Jason Witten, Des Bryant, 15 other guys are doing out here. And this is football, It's football season. Usually we play football, so it's good.
Tony, congratulations. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Ed. Tony Romo told us on Saturday, there are 16 days you're truly needed for this job, and that's why you go through the pain, the broken rib, the injection, and leads his team through mistakes. Let's not forget Dan Bailey, the rookie. He had 6 field goals. That's a rookie record tied in the NFL. Garo Yepremian for the Lions and Jeff Reed for Pittsburgh doing it. On a night when 9 field goals were kicked total, tying an NFL record. Dallas, 18. Washington, 16. They're both 2-1. For John Gritton, Ron Jaworski, Ed Werder, our great Monday night team. Mike Tirico, good night from Arlington. SportsCenter has continuing coverage